All right, everybody. How we doing? Day two NFL draft officially in the books. What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with a very special and somewhat unplanned live stream for you guys. I know I usually do my day two recap, day three preview live stream early in the morning. Now, get it over with. And, while my thoughts are, you know, where they are right now. I don't want to have to sit on, things that I want to say for a whole night because then I might forget. So, anyways, day two of the draft is in the books. The Browns finally were able to make some picks. And yeah, the immediate reaction from Browns fans should tell you really all you need to know about these guys because the way Browns fans are, take it from me, I'm a Browns fan. I'm kind of guilty of this too. If we hate a pick, that means there's a good chance the guy is going to be a stud. Because what do we know, right? I mean, it's not like we're not the ones getting paid millions of dollars to evaluate these guys. We just see players that we like, and then when we don't take those players, we get pissed. That's essentially the way we are. But anyways, so first pick of the draft, of course, the Browns went out and got themselves a wide receiver in Cedric Tillman out of Tennessee. And yeah, this reeked of a Jimmy Haslam pick. In fact, I actually tweeted a little bit before we made the pick talking about because Jalen Hyatt at the time was dropping. And I tweeted out a video of a guy in a Big Bird suit kicking down someone's door. And I captioned it Jimmy Haslam kicking down Andrew Berry's door and demanding him to draft Jalen Hyatt. Well, we're sitting there watching the draft, and all of a sudden the Giants jumped us, and they took Jalen Hyatt. And immediately after that happened, I told myself, I thought, watch, if we trade down, Jalen Hyatt was the guy. That's who they wanted. And the Giants jumped us and took him. But they didn't. They didn't trade down. I heard that they were close to doing that, but I guess a player that they really liked was still there. That's probably what happened. They were going to trade down if Tillman wasn't there. So yeah, when I heard that we drafted Cedric Tillman, immediately I thought, yeah, this is a Jimmy Haslam pick. And they definitely wanted Jalen Hyatt too. He would have been the pick if the Giants didn't jump us. Freaking Joe Shane. Oh, of course, right? But that's the way it is now. Sometimes you got to take the initiative. I'm surprised Andrew Berry didn't jump up a little bit up further ahead, but how was he supposed to know the Giants were going to jump us, right? But we still got a very good receiver. Not even mad at all. I mean, I watched some highlights of this kid, man. My God, he is an absolute stud. And the best part is, someone actually shared out his stat line from 2021. I'm going to see if I can find it here. I actually saved it in a picture. I got to remember, see if I can find it here. Hopefully, it'll load up. Because my God, this dude absolutely shredded some of these teams. My God, dude. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, you guys are going to want to see this. So, as you can see, I believe these are Cedric's stats from 2021. Look at Georgia stat line 10 catches, 200 yards. Yes, that is real, and a touchdown. I thought this was this past season, but then he didn't play against Bama, and he didn't really do that well against Georgia. But yeah, he absolutely eviscerated the almighty Georgia defense. My goodness, man, oh man, dude, and it's funny too because shout out to Jacob Frederick. I don't know if he's watching. I highly doubt it. He's probably fast asleep right now. Probably dreaming about Joey Porter Jr., or as he calls him, Joey Potter. And Darnell Washington. He's probably dreaming about those guys, catching touchdowns and getting interceptions and stuff. So it is what it is. But yeah, I'll be honest with you. When I heard that we drafted Tillman, I was excited. I was like, "Yep, this dude is going to make big plays," and I know Deshaun is going to really love playing with this guy. Now, as it comes down to our receiving core, it seems as though this means really two things. One, our receiving core is set. I would highly doubt we draft another receiver. Actually, no, three things. Two, it seems as though Amari Cooper and or DPJ are not going to be on the team next year, which sucks. And three, Anthony Schwartz, pack your bags, buddy, because most likely you are out of here. So with Tillman coming in, barring any other signings or whatever, our top six is going to be absolutely amazing. You're going to have Cooper, Moore, Tillman, Bell, and then maybe someone else comes out of nowhere. Like Goodwin. Yeah. So what is that? Let me go over it again just to make sure I got it right. All right. So we got Coop, we got Moore, of course. We got Tillman. That's three. Okay. Keep track. That's three. We got Goodwin is four. Five is Bell. And then yeah. So we're all set. And DPJ. Oh, I just talked about him. DPJ. My God, I mean, it's freaking late. Of course, my brain's ready to shut down. But yeah, our receiving core is pretty much set. I highly doubt we draft another receiver, but you never know, right? It really sucks too because Michael Woods got hurt, so he's done for the year. And Jakeem Grant's most likely just going to be relegated to punt return duty if he even makes a team. That's probably his one chance to make it. And Demetric Felton's probably he might be on the bubble too. Oh, because we were using him as a receiver last year. They might bring him in for a couple packages, but I hope he's not expecting to do a lot because yeah. Yeah, with that first pick, I liked it a lot. And then a little while later, pick 98, Browns back on the clock. They didn't trade up or down, surprisingly. And they took defensive tackle Siaki, I think his nickname is Apu, Ika, out of Baylor. And oh boy, did Browns fans have ill feelings towards this pick. Because I swear I go on Twitter after I did my video. By the way, guys, go check out my reaction videos. They're freaking dope. Hit the like button, subscribe, and all that wonderful stuff. Show some love. Yeah, it's lit. But yeah, I go on Twitter after doing my reaction video, and damn, you would have thought he personally like attacked their families or something. The amount of people I saw on Twitter that just immediately hated the pick right off the bat because it wasn't someone that they liked, which I said before, that's what they do. They love to do that. Trust me, I know I'm a Browns fan. I've done it before. You want someone so bad, we don't take him, and then you get pissed when we don't take him. And then what the funny thing is, when you watch the guy on the field and you're like, oh, damn, this guy's a beast. What am I hating for? And then you're immediately left walking back your statement and looking like a freaking idiot. So all I'm going to say is just let Siaki go out there and ball out. And I'm telling you one thing. I saw a clip from NFL Network when the pick was made, pretty much, like when they officially came to terms with who they were taking. They showed Jim Schwartz in the background in the War Room cam on NFL Network, like essentially just looking as happy as ever. Whereas they say he was cheesing. He looked like he got his guy. So essentially, that was his pick. And I'm going to trust him. He's very good at developing defensive tackles. And I'm going to trust him. Because what's going to happen is these people are going to hate on the pick. And then Siaki's going to go out there and he's going to look like Vita Vea light, and he's just going to be wreaking havoc, and everyone's going to look at themselves in the mirror and go, yo, what am I hating as? What was I hating for? This dude is an absolute monster. But what I really love about the pick is we've added over 600 pounds of pure beef to our D line this offseason in terms of starting D line. Because you got two guys in the middle that are well over 300 pounds, and it would take a small village to move them out of the way. I'm pretty sure the days of seeing our defensive tackles getting pushed 5 yards back, I'm pretty sure those days are over. Because Dalvin Tomlinson and Siaki Ika are going to firmly just anchor our interior D-line. And what's going to happen is they're going to draw double teams because nobody wants to see their quarterback get mauled by a 300-plus pound Samoan bulldozer in Siaki Ika. And then you got Dalvin Tomlinson, who's a man-eater in his own right. And what's going to happen is those guys are going to get double teamed and everything, and Myles Garrett's going to eat, and whoever the other defensive end's going to eat, whether it's Alex Wright or maybe Isaiah Thomas or someone else is going to go over there and eat. And then the linebackers are going to be able to just fly through the hole, like JOK just going to go fly through the gap and just wreak havoc. My favorite thing is going to be Sione Takitaki too. You know, I'm sure those two are going to have an immediate friendship. You know, KC, I still want Trey Palmer from Nebraska. That dude is electric. Watch his highlights against Iowa and Purdue. Yeah, I heard. He's a dog. Oh, yeah. Sorry, but Browns are trash. And who's your team, little spongy? I always love it when people say, your team is trash. And their team is just even worse than ours. Steelers simply solo. Okay. But yeah, so overall, our day 2 was pretty good. Definitely could have been worse, but it's pretty good. You know, I like the picks. Like I said in my video, we needed it. We needed beef for the interior D line, and we got it. I know I didn't, jump for joy or anything, I wasn't out here celebrating, popping bottles. No, it was a good pick. Just because I'm not, showing a massive amount of emotion. It's a good pick. We needed it. Bad. Big time. So with that being said, let's talk about day 3. So we're going to be busy tomorrow. Yeah. We got 6 picks. JOK wishes he was Micah Parsons. No. Micah Parsons is a different level than JOK right now. JOK is damn good. But what Micah Parsons has been doing is insane. But let's talk about some guys that I think the Browns could take in day 3. So I guess you could say this is my revised Browns draft targets video. Now, from my previous video that I did a few days ago before the draft, only 2 players are left from those 10 that are still available, and they're both running backs. It's freaking crazy. Myles Garrett thinks he's TJ Watt. Well, the thing is, though, technically TJ is more of a linebacker. Myles is a straight up pass rusher, and nobody can stop him. Nobody can stop him. You can only hope to stop Myles Garrett. You guys should trade a pick for DeAndre Swift. I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind it, but I don't think we will. Because I've heard nothing about us being interested in him. But anyways, let's talk about 5 more players that the Browns could possibly get in the draft. And, I'm looking at NFL.network's website here, and there are some really good names up here, too. But I think there's probably one name that you guys are going to look and go, you ain't getting him. And the reason I only have him up here is simply because he's the top, prospect left. I mean, somehow he's still up here. Although I think I know why he's up there. Yeah, I mean, if you go watch the tape, I think it's easy to see why he's still on the board. But anyways, the first guy I'm going to talk about is a guy that a lot of Browns fans really, really wanted at 98, and they got pissed when we took Siaki Ika over this guy. And I actually have to look at the NFL site just to pronounce this guy's first name because it's a long one. How about let's talk about Adetomiwa Adebaware. Oh my God. Man, oh man, I feel bad for the PA announcer of whatever team he goes to having to say that name. Oh boy, but I will say this dude is a monster. I mean, being an Ohio State fan, I've seen him play, against my team, and believe it or not, he did a number against us when we played him last year. I mean, Northwestern damn near beat us because we were very unserious in that game. He was very serious. And I know a lot of Browns fans really wanted him. And I know their feelings would definitely be repaired if we took him in the 4th round. Now, would he be there? I don't know. But if he's there, I would take him. I would. Just to see what Browns fans say. I'm pretty sure they'd be like, oh, now you take him. I mean, we need the beef. Why not add more, huh? Can never have too much beef up front. Especially when you really can't rely on anybody other than the guy you drafted, Siaki, and Dalvin Tomlinson. I mean, Tristan Hill, Mo Hurst, they're depth guys. Jordan Elliott, Tommy Togiai, huh? Perrion Winfrey, boy, Perrion, I need you to stay out of trouble, dude. I liked you coming out of college last year, but ever since you came to the pros, every few weeks I hear this dude's getting into something. He's either late to meetings or practices or whatever, and now he's in trouble with the law. Like, come on, man, what are you doing? This ain't no college anymore. You're talking serious stuff now, man. Do you want to spin Roger Goodell's dreaded wheel of discipline? Because if you do, keep acting up. That's all I'm going to say. And the way the NFL works, it stands for not for long. Because your position on this team is not guaranteed. It would be suckish if we had to get rid of you. But keep acting up. We may have no choice. And it's funny because our media members, our beat writers keep asking about him. And Andrew Berry and company are just like, no comment. Straight up. They don't want to talk about him. They're focusing on the draft. They don't want to talk about Perrion Winfrey getting into trouble. Dang. Oh, okay, what are we talking about in the chat? I see freaking Spongy and Casey going at it. Oh boy. Pickett outproduced Watson 200 million contract. Huh? I mean, Pickett played in what, twice as many games, pretty much. Watson only played in 6 games. 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. Well, he only played in, again, 6 games. Fresh off of essentially 2 years off from the league. Okay. Josh Dobbs is better than Pickett. Let's not forget the Steelers lost to freaking Jacoby Brissett. And worst of all, they let freaking Joe Woods' defense shut them down. Oh, but we had Mitch Trubisky. We had Jacoby Brissett. Hey, like, get out of here. Get out of here. I really hope we smack the freaking Steelers this year. I really want to so bad. I really do. It's going to be hilarious when Amari Cooper and Elijah Moore just cook Joey Porter or whoever's guarding him. Man, I tell you, if I see Cedric Tillman moss the crap out of Porter, oh yeah, I'm losing my mind on stream. Oh yeah. Just reaches over his head and brings the ball in. Completely just mosses the crap out of him. Ugh. Give him that welcome to the league, bro moment. No, that'd actually be Amari Cooper doing that to him. That would be his welcome to the league, bro moment right there. For sure. Why did Baker have a better completion percentage and same yards per game? Probably because Baker played more games. For real. Now, moving on to my second target for the Cleveland Browns tomorrow. And it's linebacker Nick Herbig. I don't know if he's related to Nate Herbig or not, but he's a linebacker from Wisconsin. And we used to do this thing where we draft a linebacker every year. I'm sure we're probably going to keep that tradition going. Can never have too many linebackers, especially when two guys that you brought in are injured. They haven't officially been cleared yet. We'll see. Hopefully they're good to go for training camp and such. Takitaki, of course, and Anthony Walker, so it's good to have some depth. And Nick Herbig is damn good too. Be nice to have a Wisconsin linebacker again. Remember Joe Schobert? He was good. Then he wanted a lot of money, and we didn't want to pay him. That's tough. But yeah, Nick Herbig would be solid. Probably fourth or fifth round at the latest. Like Adebawore, probably fourth round. I don't think he'll get past the fourth. All right, moving on. Next, we got safety J.L. Skinner from Boise State. I've seen him mocked to us on a couple of occasions. I think he'll make it to our first pick in the fourth round. It's possible. But now that I have him featured here, he's probably going to be one of the first guys taken. That's usually how it works. But yeah, I would take him. I think we're going to go secondary at least once in the final couple rounds, and I think he could be the guy. Hopefully he's there for us, though. Next, we got Roschon Johnson out of Texas. And doing a little bit of research on this guy because I've heard some people say that he is an absolute dog. Well, we take a look and you see, is he taken already or something? He might have been taken already. Hold up. I think he was taken already. I could have sworn that something was up. Let me check here. Hold up. Hold up. Let me check here real quick, guys. No, he wasn't taken yet. See, even in the draft? I thought I saw him on here before. Oh, there he is. My eyes aren't working. Oh, he's a running back. Okay, yeah, still. Well, there you go, running back. I was like, wait a minute. What is he? Oh, I swear my eyes are my eyes are functional. I swear. My brain isn't though right now. But oh my god, I am losing my mind. But yeah, Johnson, a running back from Texas. He, I believe, backed up Bijan. Oh yeah. He looks like a stud that we could have in the backfield. Now, like James is saying about DeAndre Swift, I think we could make a run at him. I don't know if we're gonna have unless they like a couple late round picks, which at this point, that's all they're gonna be able to take. Unless we give them something from next year. But man, if we get DeAndre Swift, ooh, ooh, that'd be lit. Chubb, Swift, Ford, yeah. But if not, I'll take Roschon Johnson or the guys that I mentioned in my last targets video. Deuce Vaughn would be nice. Izzy Abanikanda, he'd be cool too. For some reason, thought Johnson was a freaking. I thought he was in the secondary. Oh my god! In fact, let's see some stats on this guy. He's 6 foot. Okay, cool. They didn't even give him a comparison. They said draft projection was round 5, so we'll see what happens. But strength, consistency, running style is highly determined and very physical. Creates yardage with broken tackles, just one career fumble. Willing and capable in pass protection and four-phase special teams experience. Weaknesses: lacks juice to widen field and find chunk runs, burst to clear NFL run lanes in question, trouble reaccelerating when feet are forced when feet are forced to slow. My God, takes on heavy contact on most carries, missing creativity between the tackles, and slow getting through the jump cut. Yeah. Again, he would come here. He'd be our number 3 running back, so he wouldn't have to be relied on too much. We get with worse O-line and rookie outperform Watson 200 million top 5. He versus 27-year-old being paid 200 million. It's sad Pickett played full season basically because your boy Mitch played so great. Damn. Oh, all right. Next, I'm gonna talk about a guy that might get some oohs and ahs or whatever from the people watching this. It's the number one prospect left on the board. That's Kelee Ringo. Do I really think we're gonna get him? No. I ain't put him on here because he's the top rated prospect left. And if he somehow falls close enough, or if we want him that bad, we could trade up for him. We have 6 picks tomorrow. We're not going to make 6 selections. If we do, I'm going to be very busy. I'm going to damn near spam my channel with nothing but freaking draft reactions. I don't think we're going to make 6. If I had to guess, probably 4 or 3. Maybe even less than that. If we want a guy bad enough, we have the ammunition to jump up and take him. Do I think we're going to get Kelee? It's possible. Wouldn't hurt. Take a flyer on him. That's usually what day 3 is for. You know, take flyers on guys and see if they work out. If not, they'll be gone in a year or 2. Whatever. I think what happened was the reason why he fell so far is because of what Marvin Harrison Jr. did to him. He absolutely torched him many times. I mean, he kind of did the same thing to every team for the most part. But yeah, Ringo is really good. And I think if you put him, whatever team gets him is going to get a player that's going to have a chip on his shoulder. KC is a bandwagon. KC is Kansas City. Wow. I love how Steelers fans are in here talking crap. Like, bro, don't you guys have, like, you know, Darnell Washington or Joey Porter highlights to go beat off to or something? I mean, come on, really? I can already see it now. Freaking Steelers fans are gonna be like, "Oh my God, Darnell Washington is him." Yeah, that's nice. Until Darnell Washington goes across the middle and gets wrecked by Grant Delpit, right? I mean, JOK is more than capable of guarding him as a linebacker. Is he going to be able to block the mountain that is Myles Garrett? I could just see it now. This dude Darnell Washington goes across the middle, looking to catch a ball, and all of a sudden, here's Grant Delpit laying the hammer again. Pickett is going to regress so bad. I can't wait. KC, we all can't wait for that. It's going to be hilarious when that happens. If they're already viewing him as the savior, Delpit would wreck a 6'7", 270-pound man for sure. Well, when he's running full speed, he would. That's for sure. That's for sure. But now let's talk about my next 5 draft targets for the Cleveland Browns heading into day 3. Number 1, how about offensive tackle Blake Freeland from BYU? I think he could be a good target. I mean, we went defensive line. Why not go offensive line too? Now, the way I see it, if we go Freeland, or how about another one, you know, maybe we go DeJuan Jones too. If we go offensive tackle regardless, that tells you a lot about their thoughts of Jedrick Wills. I think at this point it'd be for depth, so can never be too careful with depth, especially when you got Jack Conklin, who's had injury issues the past couple of years. And same thing with Jedrick Wills. And you can't really trust anybody else on the O line to fill in. Yeah, I would take Blake Freeland. Definitely. Number 2, running back Zach Evans. Speaking of running backs from before, I actually seen him mocked to the Browns on a few occasions. Former TCU running back, I think he would be a solid addition. If, let's say, we try for DeAndre Swift and we don't get him, I don't even know if we're even interested in DeAndre. I haven't heard anything. But I'm sure something will come up tomorrow. Usually happens like that. But Zach Evans would be a very good number 3 option to go with Jerome Ford and Nick Chubb. He'd be a very good option there. It would also help, Nick Chubb not have to be used as much, and it would save his legs. Because it seems like with the way our system was the past couple of years since Stefanski came in, by late in the season, you could just tell Chubb was kind of worn out a little bit. So getting a guy like Zach Evans would definitely help out. And I think he would fill in the hole left by Kareem Hunt. Big time. All right, number 3, we got Christopher Smith, the second defensive back out of Georgia. Another guy that low-key was torched by the Ohio State receiving corps, but like I said, everybody was torched by our receiving corps. Nobody was safe. And Chris Smith is a really good player. Unfortunately, though, I didn't really watch him a whole lot because, in certain, with the same situation with everybody else, a lot of times they played at the same time as Ohio State did. And I'm not watching Georgia over Ohio State, especially when I'm streaming Ohio State. So the limited film I've seen of Christopher Smith has been good for the most part. I think he would be a solid depth cornerback for the Browns, definitely, especially given how injury prone our guys are. Looking at you, Denzel. But yeah, I think Christopher Smith would be solid. All right, number 4 is DeJuan Jones, who I just talked about a little bit. Again, if we get DeJuan Jones, thing is though, DeJuan is talking about a mountain of a man. My God, the dude's freaking what? I gotta even see his stats, man. Oh my God, I gotta see this. This dude's gotta be like 6'7", 6'8". He probably weighs about 400 pounds. He's gonna have to trim down just a little bit. Maybe to like 330. I mean, this dude's freaking massive. They actually had to make a specific jersey for him. If you guys have ever seen EDP445's videos, that's pretty much the situation that DeJuan Jones is in, except DeJuan isn't big like EDP. He's just built like a mountain. He's tall and he's huge. He's literally a mountain. Somehow they took a mountain and they molded it into a person. He's a BAM, a big ass mother trucker. My God. And yeah, if we were to get DeJuan, well, I'm sure Bill Callahan would have fun working him into our offensive line scheme and everything. And 0-1 against the Browns in the playoffs. Yep. Facts. He's 6'8", 374. Like I said, mountain of a man. He's a mountain. Whoever gets him, they're gonna have their hands full. That's all I'm gonna say, literally. I can just picture this dude walking into the facility, looking like a freaking he's literally built like a freak. I don't even know. My God, 374 pounds. That's insane. Like I said, he's probably gonna really have to cut down to maybe 330, 340. But once he gets in that NFL regiment, when it comes to strength and conditioning and training, I bet you he'll trim a lot of that weight off. He'll probably come in probably 350. Once the season really starts and he gets going, they give him a year and then he'll probably chop that down to 330 something, maybe even less. Because in the NFL, you got to be nimble. Because you're going to be relied on blocking. And these defensive ends, they're fast. And against a mountain of a man like that, his feet probably don't move as fast. So he's got to nimble up real quick. The pressure's going to be on him, though. That's for sure. But should be fun to see what he can do in the NFL. I'll be rooting for him. And then for the final target for the Cleveland Browns heading into tomorrow, Isaiah McGuire, defensive end, Missouri. I mean, we haven't gone with an edge rusher yet, so why not, right? Get ourselves another solid edge rusher and really fortify the defensive end position. Now, it's funny because Andrew Berry actually came out and said before the draft that we are going to add a defensive end at some point, whether it's draft or free agency. Man, I tell you what, someone mentioned this on Twitter earlier. What if we'd go out in free agency and get a Frank Clark or a Justin Houston? Ooh. Don't tease me. Oh my god, we got people beefing in the chat. See, this is why I like doing this because I get to see people beefing in the chat. Their name because the color of their draw is what you mean? All brown. That's why we got named what we did, bro. I mean, literally, the Steelers literally stole the logo from a freaking steel company. Get it, steel? Oh, yeah. Uh huh. Chiefs fan here. Bandwagon. 11-0 and then one in the playoff, one and done in the playoffs. Playoffs. Never heard of her. Oh, never forget. After we beat the Steelers in 2020 in the playoffs, Chase Claypool came on TikTok or whatever, all salty, essentially saying, "No, it's fine. The Chiefs are gonna take care of him." It's like, dude's out here sounding like Dashy. It's like, what are you talking about, Claypool, Clay bum? And then he was talking all kinds of crap too about how he made a essential what third string cornerback flinch on a run play. Huh? Okay, buddy. Maxton Berrios owns you, little bro. Who are you, little bro? What's up with that? What are you talking about, bro? Look at this guy so mad. Big Ben is 26-2 against Browns. A little bro can only brag about one playoff win. And what exactly have the Steelers done recently? Oh, wait. Hmm? Oh, wait. What have the Steelers done? Hmm? Oh, they've done better than the Browns. Oh, yeah? Well, where's all your playoff wins to prove it, huh? When was the last time they won a playoff game? Oh, wait. I mean, it was before we beat them, that's for sure. Right? Yep. Steelers are that team to do just good enough to get in, and then they get the doors blown off in the playoffs. That's tough. I mean, if you really think about it, we should have beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs, but defense did not hold its end of the bargain. Joey Porter's a bust. Joey Porter Jr. is a bust. And it's going to be funny when Cedric Tillman mosses the crap out of him. And you see it all over Sports Center, you know? Because I know one thing, Steelers fans are going to hate, oh, yeah, Cedric Tillman sucks. Yeah, and then they're going to watch Cedric Tillman moss freaking Porter or Fitzpatrick or whoever's guarding him. And then it's going to be like, oh, crap. Because he could do it. You can't even get in, little bro. Nick Chubb is the most overrated running back. He's worse than JaMycal Hasty. You mean the guy that essentially stiff armed one of your defenders to oblivion, and he also broke off two huge runs against you in back-to-back weeks? Yep. Yeah, he's overrated. I mean, he's had 1,000 yards almost every year of his career, besides his rookie year, and he had 1,000 yards his rookie year, but then a loss in the final game of the year took like a 5-yard loss, and that cost him. Ever since then, he's been 1,000 yards every single year. They lost to Tim Tebow, Baker Mayfield, Blake Bortles in the playoffs. Yeah, Big Ben is him. Big Ben was only him in the early 2010s. Like, they were literally begging him to come back because without him, this is what they get. Yep. Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett. Ooh, Kenny. Kenny Pickett. KPZ. Ooh, he's him. He's him. Man, I really want to stomp on the Steelers this year. Nothing would make me happier. Big Ben owns your sorry franchise. I'm sorry, where's Big Ben at now? Oh, he retired. By the way, what's Big Ben's record against the Browns in the playoffs when it matters? Oh, 0-1? Damn, that's tough. That's tough, man. You own us in the regular season. Congratulations. Most of those teams were absolutely garbage. What did you do against us in the playoffs with Big Ben, huh? Nothing. Okay? Yeah, nothing. But like I said, don't you guys have like some freaking Darnell Washington or Joey Porter highlights to go beat your meat to? I'm just gonna sit here and watch Cedric Tillman moss people, right? Yeah, that's fine. I'm all good with that. I just hope that we can finish off this draft with, some more awesome picks, and then I can, watch those guys' highlights and talk about how they're going to be elite and stuff. Dang, y'all so trash. You only met y'all in the playoffs once in 20 years. Yeah. But the one time we faced off, we beat them. So that's all that matters. When they look at Big Ben's record against the Browns in the playoffs, yeah, it was only one time, but it's 0-1 when it mattered most. What's up, Eddie? Just arguing with a dumbass Steelers fan in the chat. Man, these Steelers fans came in here and damn near and pretty much hijacked the stream because, like I said, I'm surprised they're not watching freaking highlights of their draft picks. Instead, they're in a Browns fans live stream arguing with them about, the one time that we faced them in the playoffs and we stomped their faces in. Yeah. I mean, let's be real, though. They couldn't beat Blake Bortles. What was it, 2017, right? Yeah. They lost to Tim Tebow. And really, they're mid right now. They were mid last year. They don't really scare anybody this year. They're not going to scare anybody. The AFC North is going to be a bloodbath. And if I had to rank the starting quarterbacks in the AFC North right now, based off of the last year and so, for, I guess, Deshaun, I guess I could say overall, I would put it like this. I'd say Joe Burrow. I'd say it's a close 2 and 3 between Lamar and Deshaun. Because again, Deshaun missed a year plus because of other things. Not going to get into that. And way down there in the bottom is Kenny Pickett because he's second year. He hasn't really shown anything. Is he going to take off this year? Or is he going to regress and look like a bum? JaMycal Hasty owns Now you're bringing freaking Eddie into this, huh, James? Now you're going to bring him into this. Eddie just came in here saying, what's up? What are you even talking about? Owns Kenneth Walker. Now you're trolling. JaMycal Hasty. This dude's talking about a freaking fourth string running back. Are we serious? Are we serious? Like, bro, are we serious right now? Talking about Hasty? Do you want to get banned for that crap? Hmm? That's cap. That's cap. Biggest load of cap I've ever seen. I know you're trolling. You can't hide it. All I'm going to say is this. Steelers fans, you better hope that we don't smack your faces in again. By the way, when was the last time the Steelers beat us in Cleveland? Huh? It's been a while. It's been a while, just like Bungles, right? Bungles haven't beaten us in Cleveland since Baker came here. Freaking crazy, isn't it? Since 2017. And the way I see it, that ain't gonna change anytime soon. Nope. We're gonna smack the Bungles in the face again this year. And then we're gonna do the same thing to the Steelers. If I could say that if I wanted to essentially, request a team to play week 1, I would say either Steelers or Bengals, just so we can smack them in the mouth to start the year. Watson can only throw charges away off his record. Bro. Now we're going to bring up Watson's off the field stuff now. Okay, buddy. Mm-hmm. Lamar can't even throw 10 yards. Odell and him are going to implode. No, what's going to be funny is Odell's father going to, make another, tape essentially exposing Lamar Jackson? Hmm. Oh, well, I'm pretty much going to wrap this up. This is going absolutely nowhere. So, with that being said, guys, I will see you all tomorrow for possibly 6 reaction videos. And then after that, we got the undrafted free agents, and I'm not even going to get into that stuff right now. Yeah, shout out to all the Browns fans out there, man. And cannot wait for today, I guess. Again, day 3 starts at noon. And I'm looking forward to possibly doing 6 reaction videos. Oh joy. But with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go Browns. And as always, screw the Steelers, screw the Bungles, and of course, double screw the freaking Ravens. That's so funny, man. Damn. And the funny thing is, when you look at the 3 divisional opponents in terms of how much I respect them, which is very little, believe it or not, I'd say Ravens are slightly like, probably my most least respected little bit. Them and the Bengals. The Steelers actually jumped above the Bengals when it comes to my most respected, which isn't much again, barely. But their fans are pretty cool. They're all right. I know some pretty cool Steelers fans for the most part. When we play, we have a little friendly banter. But when we're not playing, it's whatever. You know, I can have a genuine conversation with them for the most part. Bengals fans, they swear they're the best team in Ohio when they haven't done crap at all. Oh, we have a couple Super Bowl appearances. Where's your banners at, huh? You're just like us. You ain't got none, right? At least with us, at least we got ancient championships from the Roman era of freaking football. You don't see me gloating about those though. Those things are ancient. Those things they don't just have spider webs and cobwebs and dust. Those things are damn near crumbling because they're so old. I mean, at least we have trophies, right? Right, Bungles fans? That's tough, you know. But how are those AFC North championships going for you, huh? Yep, it's tough. That's all they could gloat about. Them AFC North championships and the AFC conference titles because they ain't got no Super Bowls like us. They're just like us. Except at least we have a little bit of history to our name. Bro is Chad Pennington, can't win the big one. Nope, not at all. And now he's gonna get the bag and handicap their team. That's gonna be funny though. Their team's gonna be handicapped because they gotta pay a lot of good players. Because they don't have a cap genius like Andrew Berry, who learned from the man Howie Roseman. Burrow is Alex Smith with a top 10 skill position player at every spot. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. Yep. And Bengals fans out here just scarfing down their chili. That's what they're doing. Bengals fans are scarfing down their fancy little chili while watching freaking highlights of their players. No, 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 oh, Michael Mayer. No, we're not Michael Mayer. Who was it? Miles Murphy. Oh, Miles Murphy's a big dude. That's what they're doing. Hey, you're slandering chili. You go to prison. That's essentially what their mindset is when you talk trash about their chili. God forbid you talk about their chili, right? Chili? Are we serious, bro? Bengals fans go to war over chili. Food. Huh? Uh, you see why we don't claim them as part of Ohio? That's like Philly fans going to war over, well, that cheesesteaks. Cheesesteaks are much more like, they're delectable from what I've heard. Unfortunately, I've never had a cheesesteak. I've had like, local ones, like, but they're not the authentic ones. They love Burrow. Yep. And it's funny too because I remember last year they were on this. They had what T Higgins, Jamar Chase, and one other one of the other receivers, Tyler Boyd. They were on a podcast with I think it was a Channing Crowder and a couple others out there. I think Ryan Clark was there too, and they were literally talking trash about the Browns and everything, and they were like, it's on site with us, and yet when we played them the first time we smacked them in the mouth. Now, of course, Bengals fans could come out here and have the excuse, oh, Jamar Chase didn't play. It wouldn't have mattered. Denzel Ward would have clamped him up tight. Oh man, you know, I love how mad they get too. It's like you ain't done nothing. Super Bowl appearances, crazy dog. Where's yours at? I know we haven't made it, but you guys made it and you lost. You don't have no Super Bowls to show for it. You're just like us at the end. Your trophy case is still empty. No, wait, you actually got those participation ribbons. That's right. But hey, whatever. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. See you all tomorrow for again possibly 6 reaction videos. Oh god, it's gonna be a busy day. Wow. So we'll see what happens. But with that being said, shout out to everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Go Browns. I'm out.